Good afternoon, everybody. Fan Steve here once again. It is Wednesday, November the 27th. This is my Phoenix rebadged Frigid 16-inch box fan. This has been sitting in my closet primarily since late last year, as well as a few other fans. This has really not had a lot of use throughout the year. And since I'm going to be putting more of my smaller fans to use throughout the remainder of the fall and winter season, I figured it's time that I get this one back out and get it ready for use. I do believe this fan dates back to the 60s, possibly the early 50s going into the 60s. And I do believe this fan was originally manufactured by the Frigid company. A few others I had seen with this one, such as the Phoenix brand. I have no idea what. I don't know if that was a store brand or if it was another company that bought this one and it was selling it through some other company. I am not exactly sure. I have seen a few of these on YouTube. I think Jordan has one. I think Emerson Colley had one, and I'm pretty sure that Tori the Fan Man has a few. This is a pretty decent fan, especially based on its design and build. Has a great quality performance. Has a thick, heavy metal blade set in it. Blade set in that thing isn't particularly light. Fan is a light brown tannish color. Paint job on it is still pretty good. I really have not seen any need necessary to paint it. I usually don't paint a fan unless I absolutely have to, even though there's been a few others that I have taken the notion to repaint. But I think this one is fine as is. I mean, I don't see any specks of rust on it. This fan has had a few minor repairs since I've had it. I got this sometime, I think it was last year. It was last spring when I picked it up, when we were picking up donations. And I saw it on the front porch, and I asked if I could have it, and so I brought this home with me. Cord on it's been changed. I just put this fuse cord on it that came off of an old wall mount pedestal fan. That was the original one that we ordered a while back, and Postal Service screwed it up. It got all busted up when it got here, so I just salvaged the cord off of it, and I thought that it would be good for something like this. Let's have a look at the back of it. I do believe the motor to be a General Electric, and I think this one is sealed off because it has these little bells on the end, and I don't see any screw going directly through, so I think this is sealed shut. However, I have seen no absolutely any need whatsoever to take it apart. It has two straws on both sides for lubrication. Has a really cool startup sound to it, by the way. However, this is getting to where I'm having to keep an eye on it a little bit more because it's having a slower time starting up to speed as I fire it up on the high speed. When I start it up on low speed, it really takes even longer. But I'm just gonna keep a close watch on it, keep it lubricated, and see what happens. What I'm gonna be doing with this as of today is that you see there the cord. You see where the cord comes out. I'm gonna be putting a grommet on this. Actually, here's one that I found. I'm going to be putting that on it. Always very important that you have those. And another thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm just going to take this thing off of the stand altogether, and I'm just going to be installing feet there on the bottom. Actually, I tried it to see if it would work last night, and it did. So I'm just going to be putting these on it to where it's easier for storage and for use if I'm going to use it in the window or whatever. It also doesn't sit very well in a chair for nights of sleep. So let's go ahead and get this thing taken apart here. First of all, let me get this thing off of the stand. Probably we'll just store that away in a shed somewhere. It's actually quite simple how the guards come off. I did sort of struggle there at first, but there are these little hooks. How they're just kind of pushed in here. And you see I have these held in. I had to replace them because they broke off with these twist ties. So basically what you have to do is that there are these little hooks on the bottom that are just sort of screwed in. And as you loosen them, guard comes right off. Okay, so since I am just going to be servicing this again, so go ahead and blade taken off. Hopefully that's not going to break. There are the weights on the blade set. They really did a really good job of designing this. These blades are very well balanced too, by the way. Yeah, I think this one is definitely in need of a good cleaning. Doesn't seem like it needs to be. The inside of the motor doesn't seem like it's really all that dirty, so I really don't see much of any need to clean it out. If anything, it just needs to be serviced. Just go ahead and clean out the side a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the back guard removed. Maybe I should have removed the back guard first, but I think it should be fine. Go ahead and wipe that down. This fan did get a lot of use last year. I mean, this thing just didn't sit around, but amazingly, it really isn't all that dirty. Okay, so first of all, first thing we're going to be doing before the service is that we are going to install these feet. I think these will work really well. I tried it last night and it seemed like it. I think these will suffice. Come on. Okay. So this is really quite simple. Just take that out. Just take that clip. the same thing for the other. Okay. Split this over. We'll do the same thing on the front. That one just came out by hand. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Hopefully it should work. Maybe I should have no problems getting the guards back on, because they do need less friction before it's going to hold. It's going to secure the guards into place. Maybe you can see that in there. That is where I spliced the cord right there. That's just all held together with electrical tape. I think that is fine. I haven't had any problems, so I really don't see the need to change it. So I'll leave that be for now. Now we'll just get the grommet installed. Maybe these will work. Maybe I won't have to use them. No. I'm wrong. Just give that a good squeeze. Just feed it in like that. Ah, there we go. Perfect. You know what, maybe I'm just going to use this Zoom spout oil here. Not particularly designed for fan motors, but I've been using them for quite a while now, and it actually works pretty well. Beneficial for smaller motors. Really wouldn't use them on bigger motors. I mean, it wouldn't have the same effect. It would just lubrication wouldn't last as long. But let's just get it down into there. Okay. Now, the front side. Well, that front bearing. Alright, I think I need to lean that back a little bit more. That'll do it. Wipe that off. Let's clean this blade off of that. Now we can plug it in and test it. Start it off on the low speed. It takes a few minutes to kick up the speed as it's warming up. Okay, looks like everything is working here. Fan is nice and quiet. Let's turn it down to the medium. Well, wait a minute. That was the low. Okay, so the red is the low and the green is the high speed. I think I need to put a label on this thing. Spin down time is great. Okay, now